All right, we got the Trainstar Epoch. It's Volantex, I think. I think they still sell it. I bought it on a whim, I don't know, a little over a year ago, because it kind of looks like a Citabria. Kind of looks like a Decathlon, or whatever you. I guess it's like a Citabria with a, I don't know, Cessna wing and a Citabria tail. I don't know. I don't know. I had to have it because it kind of resembled something like this, something like a Citabria. So I've been flying it a lot lately because it is a ELRS test plane. So today I've been just given, I got the ELRS external module on here, and I think the Mustang also, I'm going to take that up in a minute. That's also got a new ELRS receiver in it, so I'm giving this technology a shot. So far I've been very happy with it. Just doing some logging and make sure what the signals are like when flying. This has a small little single antenna Matic 4-channel or 5-channel PWM receiver in it. It's a fun little plane. I think I got it for $100 at the time before all the prices went up. I think they still sell. It's probably like close to $150 now. But it runs on 3S 2200s, which is actually a little bit big for it. I fly for about 8 minutes, and it's usually got almost 3.9 volts per cell. I just landed one and it came out to 3.88, and I landed beyond the 8-minute mark, but I usually fly around half to 3/4 throttle. Full throttle is pretty powerful for me, for the way I fly. I have seen videos of people experimenting with 4S in this thing, and the ESC does say 3S 4S on it, but I don't think the motor is pretty high kV, and the prop's not really set up for it, so I would think it would get pretty hot. But it originally had small little tires on it, no wheel pants. Rage RC did make a version of it that was red trim instead of green trim, and obviously they're all made in the same factory. It just depends on who labels it. That one did have wheel pants on it, and I did buy that landing gear, but they kind of looked funky, and I didn't really like. They're really small tires, and I didn't really like even though I keep the grass short here, it wasn't a big fan of it. So I put these, I think these are 2.5 inch, maybe 2-inch tires, foam Dubro tires on it. It does require a little bit of rudder. It has a little bit of adverse yaw. I'll see if I can. Yeah, the nose goes up a little bit when you go back and forth, but not nearly as bad as my red Citabria. So you feed a little rudder in it, and it brings the tail around. But it's pretty maneuverable. I got obviously the rates cranked up. But the roll rate's pretty respectable. But it's a fun little thing, and so far the ELRS has been really good. I just been testing it on these little sort of throwaway planes before I start putting that stuff into the bigger planes, the bigger balsa planes. This does have a plastic, I think it's ABS fuselage, and the wings are foam and tail is foam. It is a bottom feeder for the battery, which not my favorite thing, but it's not that big of a deal. For a plane this size, it's fine. It does have a little damage on the right wing from, like, literally the first day I had it out. I was taxiing back one of my other planes. I think it was my FMS Pitts, and I wasn't really paying attention, and I tried to like turn. I don't know what I was doing, but Ended up, the prop did a little chop 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 on the right wing of this thing. I was going to attempt to maybe, they do sell other wings. I did find you could buy wings for it under the Rage RC. I did find them on eBay, but they were almost, it was almost as much as a whole new plane. But I smoothed it out with some Gorilla Glue and stuff and sanded them smooth, so it flies fine. And I was contemplating using some of the lower temp iron-on film to maybe cover it up. It did come with some stickers, but they were pretty ugly. I was probably going to do a little more of a traditional like Citabria scheme with it. I put the stickers on the fuselage and the tail just to kind of help see what it's doing, because it is all white. But it's a fun little thing. If you turn the rates down, I'm sure it would be a decent little trainer. It doesn't have a lot of dihedral to it, so it doesn't auto correct a lot like you would with the traditional trainer with a lot of dihedral. But if you turn the rates down, I'm sure you could handle it as a fairly new plane. But even as a second or even third plane, it's pretty capable. So it's kind of a disservice to call it a trainer, honestly, because it really can do a lot. It can even fly inverted fairly well. Just a little bit of down pressure, but it's a fun little thing. One of those on the whim buys that just ended up being something that was a hit. And I honestly haven't flown it a lot lately because I got so many other new planes that I've been, finished building or whatnot, between the Citabria and the Cavalier and the Telemaster. But now that I'm doing the ALRS stuff, this is like the 6th flight it's had in like 3 days, and it's fun. It even handles the wind pretty well. It was blowing like 15 miles an hour the other day, and I was flying this, and it was fine. Takes off in like a half a foot. I say I'm just over half throttle with this, and it does pretty much everything I want to do. If you want to go wide open, you can. And she got some power. So I can't imagine what this thing would be like with a 4S. I think it would be pretty ridiculous. But like at 1800 would probably be a better match for it the way I fly. As far as time wise, I don't mind them going beyond 8-minute flight times, but a lot of times I'm on a time crunch, and I just, I don't know. I don't know how the glow and gas guys can stand around for 15 minutes flying a plane. I just don't have that in me. Wind is dead calm today. It's an absolutely beautiful day. Do have to keep an eye out for full-scale traffic. There is a plane missing over there. There's an RV-12 that's normally parked over there. So who knows when he'll come back. And that Bonanza generally likes to leave on a Sunday. And my cousin is out with his Cessna 172 up in Lake George, and I don't know if he's coming back today. If he is, probably later this afternoon or something. But so my buzzer's going off for time, but I usually fly a little bit beyond because I should just increase the timer to probably 9 minutes at this point, because that's usually what it usually ends up being. But yeah, if you can get one at a cheap price, I don't know if this plane's worth 150. I mean, if it is what it is now. But when it was 100 and it was on sale, I did get it from Banggood, which is not my favorite site to buy from, but I've had good luck with them in general. But if you can get one, you want something that's pretty capable and fun to fly, this is definitely a winner. And it's small, it's portable, and it handles wind pretty well. There's no stabilization in it. I don't have anything like that in my planes. Where's my timer at? Well, I'm about a minute over. So let's bring it in. The wind change is now kind of at my face, but it's so gentle, I don't think it'll be a problem. A little bouncy. And a ground loop. Try to turn too fast. That's it. You can see the damage from the pits on the wing, but it doesn't seem to bother it. And I think if I just cover it with some covering, I think it'll be good. So that's that. I'll take up the Mustang and the Decathlon next. I haven't done any videos of them yet. And yeah, continue to the next one.